same shirt, but I added a braid like Afu. So yeah. And we left off with Lo Shui and the Confined Room Mystery. Same day. So we're just paused here. Okay, cool. The Confined Room Mystery. That's the reason why I killed Lo Pei.
半年前，罗佩随吕修传去了趟扬州，拜访金瓷书局。回来后就写出了斗士遗阵。前些日子，吕修传来找我，说他发现罗佩书中的点子都不是自己想的，他认为那样不对。我是书的共传人。 罗佩应当在书上给我署名。我去找罗佩谈，他却不断跟我炫耀斗士遗阵有多成功，而我是可有可无的。
这话确实让人生气。
我没觉得生气，我自知。 是个无用之人，除了会八股，一无所长。罗翁文采斐然，在文墨圈交友广泛，只有他能把我的点子变成故事。看到书迷喜欢故事里的轨迹，我内心。 其实是很开心的，
但斗士遗阵却让你意识到，自己不是唯一的。
他怎么能有别人的轨迹？那我的存在还有什么价值？既然我的存在没有价值了，那就一起灭亡好了。我才杀了他！我才杀了他！
Even security guards like.
罗世文又发癫了，你们赶紧离开吧。该给他吃戒烟丹了。
先生，难道热爱是一件坏事吗？
为何突然这么问？
我感觉马捕头和罗世文都发自内心的热爱侦探小说，但两人竟都因此杀了人。我在想，会不会有一天，我热爱的格致学也让我做了坏事？
罗世文走到这一步，罗佩有很大的责任。至于你说的问题，我认为只需区分热爱与狂热即可。
狂热？
马捕头因为盲目崇拜而丧失了理智，是一种狂热；罗世文则是因为过分执着而逐渐极端，是另一种狂热。真正的热爱是保有理智的。
明白了，热爱与狂热可能只是一念之差。不过，人在面对自己在意的事物时，真的能时刻保持理智吗？
Well, right. Just Chang.
衙役在马大伟的住处搜到了还没来得及处理掉的护壁，上面还找到了几处抓痕。此案应该是铁案无疑了。
那就好。
一连破了2桩案子，沈先生真是神探呐！
大人谬赞。
也多亏了阿福兄弟从旁协助。
嘿嘿嘿。
Auntie.
后生可畏呀。
Thank you.
吴大娘过奖了。
老身说的是你家先生，你小子还得学着点儿。
那肯定。
大娘，是您的分析为这案子指明了方向。
谦虚了，要不是你识破了马大伟的诡计，老身差点就成了帮凶。
对了，不知晚辈可否向您请教一个关于尸体姿态的问题？
说说看。
Introduce the characteristics of a corpse.
你所说的死状，俗称教功反张，极像是中了千机药之毒。
Of a corpse, not the lady corpse. I think this is a different corpse. Opisthotonus? Jianji poison, maybe?
啊？千机药？
Chinji.
千机药是用马钱子制作的毒药，服用之后全身抽搐，痛苦万分，最后头部与足部反向相接而死，状似千机，故此得名。
好可怕的药！
马钱子的有毒成分，在西药中名为士地宁。英国警探对尸体做过毒理实验，排除了士地宁中毒的可能。
西药老身是不懂的，不过，既然你这么说，想必是已经反复验证过了。
是。
尸检之学博大精深，老身也就略懂些皮毛。待我找认识的老仵作们探讨探讨，再答复你吧。
多谢吴大娘。
大人，刚才俺在码头遇到一船夫，好像在找沈先生。
先生，王叔来接我们了。
既如此，二位赶紧上路吧。马捕头关在另一处牢中，本官还打算跟他再聊一聊。
张大人，咱们就此别过。
Goodbye. Okay, this is the courtroom. There will be no admittance. Okay. How about you, bookseller?
小兄弟，又见面了。嘿嘿嘿，你我真是有缘呐。
可现在我不想成为罗翁第二了。
年轻人志向变得快，也不打紧。我这儿还有别的书啊。哎，这本《新法罗先生谈》，你看看。嘿嘿，还有这本《新石头记》，嘿，保准你读完打通膈炙筋脉。
新石头记还跟膈炙学有关？
小兄弟有所不知，这可是一本理想小说。它讲的是贾宝玉在辛丑年复活后，乘潜水艇环游地球的故事。
我要读。
Alas, so many things happen in one night. It would make a great detective story. Write it down. You could be the next Master Lo. Blacksmith.
铁匠大哥，案子已经查清了，是马捕头杀害了吕先生。
听说了。
多亏了你的制剂谱，我们才得以让马捕头伏法。
有用就好。
Master Lo's idea really thought up by Lo Shui. Could that smoker really have such ability? But I heard that the editor has evidence. Well, okay, let's not talk about it anymore.
阿福，你在找什么？
Mr. Cow.
哎， 高老板的铺子怎么不见了？
估计卖完收摊了吧。
好吧，本来还想带一笼包子上路。
Should I go the other way first? Do, 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 do.
冰老爷，你怎么这么快就把绑给撕了呀？
周老官看过了，绑也就没用了。
啊？为什么呀？
科举在几年前便已废除了，这不是真的同事榜单。
哦，
那这张榜是怎么回事啊？
应当是为周老先生专门准备的。
周老官考了一辈子，科举没了，接受不了。我琢磨，没考上，总比没盼头好。
哦，
年年来贴一张，也不费事儿。
哦，that's sweet。
先生，科举废除，老爷爷读了一辈子的书，是不是全都白费了？
与其说读的书白费了，不如说读书的目的应当改变了。
但是老爷爷都这个年纪了，罗佩还有罗世文，他们会去写小说，难道也是这个原因？
革新如洪流，而人如微尘，难免被裹挟其中。
那为什么还要废除科举啊？
科举虽废除，但眼下新学已在推行，总归是在朝着更好的方向发展吧。
狗狗乖。点点，你怎么躲在这里啊？
刚才点点在偷听大家讲话，然后就睡着了。
那你听到什么了？
有人说罗老爷是大骗子，大家都唉声叹气，回各自屋子里难过了。点点早就说过罗老爷是坏人了。下次我要把这个消息告诉吕姐姐。
Oh no.
看来点点还不知道吕先生的事。
It's okay.
他知道后肯定要伤心一阵子了。
It's already check mark.
先生呢？
No, why doesn't it like me? Cookie. Oh wow, it ran away, ran away. Okay. Ran away. Time to go.
哎呀，你们可算来了！
对不起啊，王叔，我们遇上案子耽搁了。
我猜到会是这样，先快上船吧。开船了，站稳喽！
I thought we needed a specific engine for the boat. Or unless it's that boat. Okay, that boat. Thank you. 谢谢。
船长，装上这个飞轮，船就能继续行驶啦。
你呀，和你父亲真是一个性子，做起实验来什么都顾不上。
哎，那他也烧过发电机吗？
他烧过的东西可比发电机大多了。回头有时间我再跟你细讲。眼下先把这飞轮给换上。
好。
Thank you.
真是漫长的一天啊！
的确，接连发生了2起命案。
先生也忙了一天了，快去休息一下吧。
不急，我需要做一下案件记录。你也一宿没睡，不去休息一下吗？
他大哥帮我做了一个发条，我要装进我的发明里。
又有什么新发明？
保密。等我做出来，先生就知道了。
可别再把发电机弄坏了。
放心，这次我会注意电压的。
2 days later. A murder.
先生，船长已经调转船头往扬州方向去了。
咱们去趟京瓷书局，希望在那里能有所发现。
先生，要不你再给我讲讲那桩案子吧，我帮你一起想。
好，正好我打算把案件从头梳理一遍。
先生，罗佩小说中的作案细节真的与这桩案子一模一样？
是的，事情要从3年前说起。3年前，我在波士顿学习法律。同年8月，我收到哥哥的好友约瑟发来的消息，哥哥在伦敦的公寓中离奇死亡。我决定前往伦敦，查明真相。
哦，Yangzte。
前面那栋绿色的房子，就是哥哥出事的公寓。
This is the place.
Hello. May I ask if this is Officer Jones?
Ye are?
I am John Shen, brother of Brian Shen.
My close friend Brian Shen's younger brother, John Shen, is about to arrive in London.
I write to inform you that John Shen, my departed friend's younger brother, shall soon arrive in London. I humbly beseech your assistance in arranging his pilgrimage to the site of Brian Shen's passing and provide him access to review the case files of at Kensington Police Station. With profound regards, Joseph Scarlett Bell. Nailed that.
Please guide him to Inspect Brian's death scene facilitate his access to the case files. Joseph Iscariot, now. Since it's Joseph's request, I'll surely coordinate with you. I'm Cody Jones, investigating your brother's case. Just call me Jones.
Thank you for your help.
Speaking of which, your brother's suicide scene looks rather eerie. Young one, you sure you want to step in?
I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, after checking the scene, come away to the office. We'll sort out some paperwork. Say, we can wrap up the case then.
You guys again? How many times you come without invite? Is police station too free? Or whole London only has case in my place?
Mrs. Cheng, sorry for not giving you a heads up today.
Brought an important person, huh? Move aside.
像，两兄弟长得真像。弟弟比哥哥还要俊俏些。
Bilingual like voice
这阿姨
acting is great.
哥哥之前寄给我的书信中，经常提起您对他的照顾。
你哥是个好男儿，志向远大，才华横溢。没想到发生了这样的事儿。
Mrs. Cheng, can we first?
Take off shoes first. Don't dirty my carpet. Keep windows shut. Bad energy if open. Every time you come, my house a mess. My medicine on stove. Knock it over. See what happens.
Nay, bother. Dinna fash yourself. We didn't mean to intrude over much. Theoretically speaking, this should be,
Less trip? That's not what the signs say. You foreigners, you will have more visits. All right. Stick close to your esteemed guest.
Esteemed guest?
Without him, you break my vase today. Compensate me. It's cloisonné. Expensive.
Vase?
Oh my god.
See, I told you.
That was put there purposefully.
这屋是他的工作室，命案就发生在这里。他经常把自己锁在屋里面搞研究，我也不懂他在研究些什么。
有劳郑阿姨了。
小伙子，你慢慢看啊。
You walk careful. Don't break my things again.
I really hope this is the last time I'm stepping in here.
Officer Jones, could you please tell me about the situation at the time?
Of course. That afternoon at 2:05, we got a telegraph saying there's been a murder in this room. We went upstairs to check, found the door locked from the inside. Had to break the lock open. What's inside? We saw the victim lying in a rather eerie pose on the chair. A dagger plunged into his chest. His expression was awfully strange, a lot of pain, but half his face seems to be smiling.
What kind of dagger is it? Is there anything special about it?
Nothing remarkable in appearance, light in weight, but razor sharp.
What is the current direction of the police investigation? Have you identified any suspects yet?
I thought Joseph had already filled you in on this. Well, Mr. Shen, based on the evidence gathered so far, the police have come to the conclusion your brother took his own life.
Suicide? Impossible. My brother would never kill himself.
The room was sealed off at the time of the incident. All door and windows were locked from inside, The only key was in your brother's own hand. Not just that, but the weapon only had his own fingerprints on it as well. Again, it's hard to accept. My condolences.
Right. Books and bookends. Several books on the desk, including Principles of Chemistry, the Interpretation of Dreams. It seems like these books are the books that Brian often read. Each book spine has some ink stains, except for this one. The arrangement seems to have a certain pattern. Officer Jones, may I organize these books? The police investigation is done, and they're no year property. Okay. This one here. Here? No. This one would be here. And oh, it doesn't push it. Oh no. Okay. This is the end. And just kidding. This is the end. And then this. And then this. Oh. Indeed, the ink stains on the book spread diagonally. These ink stains indeed appear to be flicked from a fountain pen. There is a break in the middle of the ink stain, as if missing because it goes whoop, unless there's a one book's missing. Clearly, another book in the middle has been taken. Could you please tell me if the police took a book with ink stains on its spine from the scene? Nah. Could it be that the killer took the book? Seems difficult to confirm if the book was missing then, or if it'd been gone for a while. Mr. Shen, you need to trust the police. Didn't you assume there's a killer on your reign? Missing book. Candle. 7 candles are arranged on the ground in the shape of the Big Dipper. Okay. Each candle is securely fixed to the floor with wax by someone. It looks like some kind of mysterious Eastern ritual. The Big Dipper.
郑平，你还能找到北斗七星吗？
就在那里。
而顺着勺口的方向看去，
就能找到北极星。
北极星是天空中唯一不动的星，因此出远门的人会用它来指引方向。无论离家多远，只要找到北极星。
Cute. Since the candles are arranged in the shape of the Big Dipper, the position of the Polaris is near the desk. Is there anything special about the desk? I didn't find anything special on the desk either. If I had to say, there are some marks on the candles instead. Tell me quickly. Yes, you see on the side of this candle, there's a shallow scratch. The next day, it also has one. Interestingly, these 2 scratches are on the same horizontal plane. 7 candles. Indeed, they are quite suspicious. Could they be traces left by the murderer? The possibility of this being a homicide is very, very low. Currently, no evidence links the candles to murder case. Class photo. There's this photo of my brother and his friends. Is this his brother? Because they look more alike. There. Lo Shinwei? No, Lope. Don't know that guy. They're all your brother's classmates. I heard Joseph took the photo. The one in the middle is Stone Wu. He knew your brother from before coming to the UK. Seems to have met him when I was a child. The one on the right is Toby Chang. He's your brother. He's your brother's classmate at the University of London. I already forgot how his voice sounded. Okay. Who's Joseph? Stool. There's a small stool placed between the desk and the candle arrangement. The stool is very small with a height of less than 20 centimeters. Window. The window can only be opened from the inside. Below is the busy Plymouth Street with fashion stores, jewelry shops, and furniture stores. Not far away from the iconic place of Westminster and the Royal Opera House. Through the window, the 3-storied Savoy restaurant across seems to be very busy. There's a thing here. Cylinder phonograph. When we entered the scene, the phonograph was still playing, but it stopped after a short while. Did it stop because the wax cylinder ran out? It has been about a boot of 15 minutes of playing. I hate personalized. There's a cafe downstairs in this building, just on one floor below. Staff reported continuous opera music from this room. 1:40 to 2:30 p.m. that day. 1:40 is so specific. Did they hear any other sounds? No. Oh. Something about the pecking opera. This is the Peking opera. The content sounds somewhat familiar. The phonograph is playing Peking opera 7-star lamp. 7 stars. The 7-star lamp. What is that about? It's about Su Liang, who failed to borrow 10 years of lifetime from heaven 1,790 years ago. Say, that's how it is. Ming? Begging for longevity. Lab bench. A lab bench that is filled with bottles and containers. Okay, so with this. A dismantled kerosene lamp on the table. Several long cotton threads soaked into the kerosene bottle. A small brush inside. New clue. This one? No. Paper. A stack of oil paper on the table. Each sheet is large and thin. Various chemicals and reagents placed on the lab bench. Among them, there are aspirin, procaine, and trichloromethane. Test tubes contain powdered herbal medicines such as Sophora flavescens and Angelica sinensis. This bottle contains strychnine. Officer Jones, do you know there is a strychnine in my brother's room? Didn't fash. What does that mean? Didn't fash? We had certainly look into this angle. Your brother's autopsy and toxicology tests were done by Joseph, a forensic expert. Joseph did it. Joseph did it. Even though the signs of the body looked like strychnine poisoning, the test came out negative. What about other toxins? Of course, all of them came back negative. Our capabilities are limited, and some new drugs may no be detected. What is the current police speculation about the case of my brother's body contortion? Just a moment, let me check my notebook. Yeah, it's Joseph's theory. Who is this Joseph? Who is this Joseph? Oh, found it. We found a recently healed wound on the victim's foot. If there is rust contamination on the wound, or if he was exposed to germs during experiments, then there's a possibility an old tetanus infection. If he got a fright or felt intense pain, it might have caused back spasms. Or if there's stimulation causing back nerve paralysis, it could lead to body contortions. In summary, Joseph thinks there are many possible causes for the body contortion. As for the toxicology tests, they were all negative. Completed. Cabinet. On the top shelf, there are certificates and medals that my brother has received. In the middle, there are some pharmaceutical theory books and laboratory experiment. On the bottom shelf, there are several wax cylinder records, including Autumn in the Han Palace. Oh, that was it. Anything else? Circular outline. What was originally inside this white circle? A roll of Morse code paper strip, which we took as evidence. So you found it on the ground? Aye, that's right. I suspect it fell from the Morse code telegraph machine. Does it have any content on it? Aye, it's all telegrams from Mr. Bell, Joseph's fighter. We've checked the contents discussing the development of a certain drug. Nothing suspicious. Joseph is suspicious. Joseph is suspicious. Who is this Joseph? Okay. Telegraph machine. Ooh. This is the telegraph machine on the table, and there are traces of it being used on that day. The Morse code paper reel found should be fitted in the hexagonal area on its tap. Other than that, no other abnormalities were found on the machine. Cool. Body outline. Officer Jones, was my brother sitting in this chair at the time of death? Strictly speaking, he was not sitting in the chair, but leaning on it in a very peculiar posture. His head and lower limbs were bent out downward while his body arches upward like a bow. How could this be? We've looked into all sorts, but there's no definite answer. No ruling that he got a massive fright pain reaction at the very moment of his passing. I'm so sorry, Officer Jones. Oh. Brian. Mr. Shen? Mr. Shen? Yeah, right, pal? You look as if you just come back from the depths of hell. Can I take a closer look around here? Oh man. Sorry, Shen. Please, go ahead. Oh. Crime. There's a key! Is the shape of a key? Aye, we took it as evidence in our investigation. This is the sole key to the room, and we discovered it gripped in Brian's left hand. There were only your brother's fingerprints on the key. Where's this thing? An unburned scrap of paper seemingly made of oil paper. It seems that there was some writing on it, but it's impossible to recognize it. And here? Drops of blood on the floor as well as the edges of the chair, which have already coagulated. There were no bloodstains in the room except near the chair. Officer, how were the bloodstains distributed on my brother's clothes at the time? There were a wee bit of bloodstains on the clothing near the dagger, but aside from that, there was nae clear flow direction, nae tay the left, right, up, nor down. There's this too. There are many scattered paper ashes around the chair. Nay, just around the chair, but there were quite a few paper ashes on your brother's body. I heard in the East you burn paper during our ancestral worship ceremonies. They reckon this has any connection to your brother's passing. Ancestral worship ceremonies? Indeed, Mrs. Chang mentioned that August 15th, according to your calendar, is a special holiday. That day was the Ghost Festival, and also the anniversary of my father's death. So you're just suggesting that on that day your brother was performing ancestral worship for your father? It's not possible. Our relationship with our father was not good, and we have never done such a thing before. This? An asbestos mesh with burn marks on it. The corner of the asbestos mesh is tied with a wire, and the middle part has been replaced with wax. It might have been used for experiments, as asbestos mesh is a common tool in labs. Okay. Chair. Officer Jones, if my brother's body was contorted when he was killed, how was he leaning on the chair? Let me day a wee sketch for ye. Honestly, that's how I would draw it. Here's how he and the scarce chair were set up in the moment. That's peculiar of how he's balancing. The victim's blood in the chair found a fine equilibrium, a delicate balance. I'm not sure if that was a coincidence. There's blood here. There were no bloodstains in the room except near the chair. A small amount of blood on the clothing near the dagger. No other trace of blood elsewhere. What is there to look at? Brian, what exactly happened? ... I won't let you die like this without knowing the truth. I will definitely find the murderer and bring them to justice. It's Joseph. The white circle represents the position and the posture of my brother when he was killed. I can't let him die like this without knowing the truth. Here? When my brother's body was found, it was contorted. His body and the chair achieved a delicate balance. This scuff mark? This flat, deep claw marks on the legs with slight traces of blood on them. Brian, what exactly did you experience? Completed. Woo. Skylight? A beam of light shines through the skylight directly onto the chair where the murder occurred. What is this? What is what? The skylight window frame shows scorch marks. The marks appear to be fresh. Indeed. Oh, indeed, those are scorch marks. Even though it's unclear what caused them, this is unrelated to the case. It's recent! How can you tell? The skylight is very high, and without a ladder, there's no way one can reach it. Mrs. Cheng's house doesn't have that. Besides, we inspected the skylight, and it's locked from the inside of the heels. Thick dust on the glass is signs of being touched or tampered with. Say it's highly probable that those scorch marks were made for the incident. This is your brother's studio, and the marks on the window likely caused by experiments. Okay. Is that all? Just talk to Officer Jones. Officer Jones, can I ask you a few more questions? Aye, as long as it helps solve the case swiftly. Officer Jones, you mentioned earlier that someone filed a report. May I ask who the reporter is? It came in as an anonymous telegram. Had only one sentence. A homicide occurred at 79 Purley Street. Does sound somewhat illogical. Since this room is locked and it's a suicide, how could anyone know a homicide occurred here? I must admit, you got sharp mind, but see, the curtain on this window was nay closed at the time. It's likely that someone from the opposite building saw the body through the window. Have the police questioned the residents of the building opposite? Aye, anything you can think of, we have already considered. Just gone to that building to look for eyewitnesses. Took up my entire week. It's hard to identify potential witnesses with the busy restaurants on the 3rd floor. That's suspicious. About Joseph, the murderer. Officer Jones, you and Joseph were both at Kensington Division, right? Aye, Joseph was my superior just half a month ago. However, 2 weeks ago, he got transfer order and was set to be moved to Shanghai. Was Joseph in charge of my brother's case before? Aye, that's correct, but no. The case is in the hands of the new detective surgeon. The new surgeon is an easy person to deal with. When we got to the police station later, you'll witness it yourself. Officer Jones, can I ask you a few more questions? About the suspects. Officer Jones, may I ask you if the police have identified any suspects yet? Mr. Shen, as I mentioned before, your brother's death was a suicide. So there are no suspects. Even if it's determined to be a suicide, don't we need to rule out the possibility of homicide? Aye, of course. We had looked into all the suspicious individuals. Mrs. Chang, the only person there in the flat that day. Stonewu, your brother's classmate, had a good relationship with him, but had a big role before. Toby Chang, your brother's classmate, had a competitive relationship with him. And there's also sender of the telegram, Mr. Bell, your brother's research project sponsored. This is Joseph's father. We have interrogated all these individuals. All have alibis from the time of the incident. I completely understand your desire to uncover the truth. But the truth is, your brother's committed suicide. Officer Jones, can I ask you? No more questions, actually. Is that all? Examine door. There's a wooden door with a round lock. The lock is already damaged. When we got here, the doorknob was locked from the inside, so we had to force the door open. Okay. Alright. I'll end here. This is very interesting. We had to know the whole, that first intro. Turns out, that was his brother. on the chair. And yeah, maybe we get some clues in the past. And also the music is like more Western, I guess. And it's pretty cool. But yeah, thank you for watching another one. Glad you're still here. Or maybe you've started at episode 5 and you're at the end. So thank you. But yeah, see you next time. Maybe. Bye.